Let's explore difference between PMP and PGMP certification. In the recent time, we started getting a lot of queries and interest in the PGMP certification, and that's why I have to explain the difference between these two certification. First, difference between project and program. Project is a temporary endeavor which we are initiating to achieve a specific goal. It will produce a deliverable, and those deliverable will help the organization in achieving something which they are not doing right now. It produces a unique project or a deliverable, unique deliverable or a result. Now, the skills I apply to manage this project, the knowledge I apply is called project management, and the PMP certification is about those skills and competency. So if I want to improve and demonstrate my project management skills, I go for PMP certification. Now, program. Program is a collection of interrelated projects which are managed together because they help us in integrating their deliverables with each other, managing them together, and also help the organization in optimizing their resources. So organizations set up a program management group or a program manager who will be taking care of these interconnected projects, ensuring these projects are aligned to a strategic goal, they are producing desirable benefits, and they are also working well, coordinating, interfacing with other related components. So this is program management, which is more about integrating, aligning, and ensuring benefit realization of multiple projects. So if I am doing program management and if I want to demonstrate my skills in a program management, then I go for PGMP certification. Now, little bit technical details with using the PMI website. I am using them directly. I will put the link in the description of this video so that you can also check the details. So first thing is there is a significant number of individuals who are PMP certified. They have around 1.4 million individuals who have done PMP certification, whereas a PGMP certification will be around 10,000 or even less than that. So you can say the percentage of people who are PGMP certified looking at the professional world is very, very less compared to PMP certification, because PMP certification is the most popular certification of the PMI. So you can say that PMP certification validates that you have skill in motivating teams. You can work with predictive, adaptive, hybrid approaches, and you can ensure that you are achieving the project objective, and you help the organization in achieving their strategic goals by way of delivering project objectives. Projects sometimes are part of program. Project could be independent also. In case of independent, you do more strategic alignment. In case you are a part of a program, then program management team or program manager will be doing more work related to benefit realization and strategic alignment. But yeah, depending upon context, project PMP certification includes the competency which are moving into these three areas. Whereas the program management certification, there is no direct count available which is showing here, but they are just saying, you know, the PMI certified people makes good money. But the benefit they are showing here for a PGMP certification is individuals who got surveyed after doing PGMP certification, they demonstrated 58% demonstrated they got benefit out of it, and 23% demonstrated they got increase in their salary after doing PGMP certificate. In a way, you can say these surveys may be a little biased as well because it's a sample population, but at the same time, I do see increase in program management certification as well as in interest, because many organizations are nowadays having title called program manager. Some of them are having technical program manager, non-technical program manager, program manager. These designations are becoming very common in many big organizations. So there is an increased interest in the program management as well. Now let's explore the eligibility of these two certificates. In order to do a PMP certificate, if you have a 4-year education, then you need to demonstrate 3 years of project management experience. And these 3 years should be done in the last 8 years. Yeah, so you should be leading the project. You might be having designation like Scrum Master, Team Leader, which is perfectly okay, but you should be leading and facilitating the teams in order to achieve the project objective. Role is leader. Leadership role and managerial role is important. Along with that, you need to acquire a project management education of 35 contact hours, which organization like us provide you. And you can alternatively also do a CAPM certificate. In that case, you don't have to demonstrate that in your PMP application. Whereas in a PGMP case, you need to demonstrate 2 types of experiences. You need to, after a degree, you need to demonstrate 4 years of project management experience. If you have done PMP certification, then they don't ask you to put your project management experience in the application. Along with the 4 years of project management experience, you also need to demonstrate 4 years of program management experience in the last 15 years. So project and program, it is just not program. We also get queries sometimes. People directly do program management. From a PMI perspective, you need to do project management first, then only do a program management, more or less. The sequence is not important though, but you need to have experience in both in order to get the eligibility for the certification. Now about the fee may vary from your country to country. You need to use this particular URL to see it. In case of India, the PMP will cost you, the exam will cost you 23,288 for a member. Membership cost you around 9,980 something. So you can say around 10,000 Indian rupees is your membership. You need to definitely pay GST on top of it. So you can say the PMP price for you after taking a membership will be around 33,000 plus GST. In case of Indian price, you need to check your country URL. Whereas a PGMP price for members is 45,920. So you add again 10,000 here. So you can say around 56,000 plus GST you need to pay for PMP exam. So around 35,000 for PMP and 56,000 for your PGMP certification exam. Now, after understanding the target and fee, you can focus on a little bit on exam content outline. So on the same URL, you can see a PMP exam content outline. And further, if you go down, you can also see a PGMP exam content outline. Let me show you little briefly one by one. The PMP exam content outline talks about 3 domains: people, process, and business environment. And they have a task which are associated with these 3 domains. The people domain task talks about your ability to demonstrate things like conflict management, leading the team, supporting the team, and building the team, motivating the team. The process domain task focuses on things like ability to handle communication, managing risk, engaging with stakeholder, working with the budgets, working with the project schedules, quality, timeline, scopes, these kind of tasks related to process. And then business domain task related to PMP certification talks about ability to manage compliances, ability to handle deliverables, ability to handle change in the environment, and overall support the organization in the achieving the outcomes. The PGMP exam content outline talks about 5 domains, like ensuring program has a strategic alignment, focusing on program lifecycle, benefit management, alignment is little typo here, and stakeholder engagement and governance. You can see that it has a lot of focus on ensuring the organization strategy and ensuring the program is in alignment with the organization strategy, and also ensuring the various components which are running under the program are also aligned with the organization strategy. It stress a good amount of focus on overall managing of the life of a program from a starting till end of the program. And during the life of the program, you will be initiating various projects and also closing them and materializing the benefits which are coming out of those component projects. So there are tasks which are associated with handling the scope, handling the alignment at a program, and ensuring the projects, underlining projects are also aligned to the overall goal. So that will go under program lifecycle management. Then we have a specific task focusing on benefit management, ensuring that the overall focus of the benefit is managed. So whatever benefits were initially thought, we keep eye on them. There are changes possible, and we ensure various components are also meeting the benefit goal. We are applying various scenarios and analyzing how are we doing in order to achieve the program related benefits, identifying risk which might be coming on the benefits and mitigating them or taking care of them in order to ensure the organization achieve their strategic aligned benefits in case of program management. We do have a domain around stakeholder engagement, which focuses on working with the stakeholders closely. And then we have a specific domain focusing on governance, which focuses on providing governance at a program level and also working with governance at an organization level. So senior management, steering committee, portfolio group is also expected to govern the program, and program is also expected to govern the underlying components which are coming in the program. So this is how you can say there is a different focus when it comes to the content of project management and program management, and this is how these 2 certificates are designed. Now, when it comes to application management, the PMP application is relatively straightforward, simple process where you demonstrate your project details and project management experience, and PMI takes around 10 days to review it. It is basically just to see that your roles and responsibilities are matching with the desired expectation or eligibility of the PMP exam. PGMP application process is little complicated, and 50% of your certification effort, or you can say one of the validation of your PGMP certification, is your application itself. So once you pass through the application, you have done first stage of your exam in a way, yeah, and then you just need to pass the online exam. So PGMP application process is something when you fill the application itself is detailed, where you need to demonstrate your program details, tell what was the real characteristic of the program in far more detail than the project. And you also need to answer 3 questions in detail, which talks about your experience related to a specific area of program management, leadership, stakeholders. So there are specific areas. It requires around 500 words of explanation you need to give. And after filling that, you submit the application for application completeness review. So PMI takes around 10 days to review it. And once they feel everything is good, they can put the application on audit also at that point in time. But if they feel things are looking good and your experience is really looks like a program management experience, then they will ask you to make the payment, and then they will proceed this for a panel review. So you have a one application completeness review, which happens in 10 days, and the panel review usually takes 60 days as per the PMI promise. In our observation, if you write a nice application, it may take less than 10 days. Some of us got application approved in 48 hours as well. So you put your experience in detail and panel review happens. And once panel review get approved, which means they have really seen your application and your answers related to those 3 areas, and they believe that you have really done a good program management. That's a one level of verification. Then they get your application get approved, and you have a 1-year time to give your online exam to get PGMP certified. Now, little bit about the exam. You have in the PGMP, you have around 170 questions, and you have a 150 scored questions and 20 unscored. You can ignore that particular fact because you'll never know what is scored and what is unscored. But you can say you have a 4 hours of time, 240 minutes, and you have a 170 questions to answer. There is no scheduled break in case of PGMP program. Whereas in PMP, you have a 180 questions, and out of 180, 175 are scored and 5 are unscored. So unscored questions they are testing questions. PMI is just validating their idea. So you can say we have 180 questions in total, and you get 230 minutes to answer 180 questions. You do have a 10 minutes break in case of PMP certification, and these breaks will not get counted in the 230 minutes. So overall, my recommendation is, even if you have a program management experience, and if you have not yet done PMP certification, I would recommend you do a PMP certification first, because many a time when you see a job description of a program management, you do see a need of PMP certification mentioned in that particular job description. PMP certification is far more popular than PGMP, at least from a recruiter perspective. The second thing is the knowledge you acquire in your PMP certification. You might be already knowing all those things, but you may refine some of the things, like working with the cost, working with the risk, working with the stakeholder, understanding quality terms. All of them will be relevant when you are doing your PGMP certification as well. Because when we learn from a program management standard, we just learn the coordination, integration, and benefit related work. But when we go for an exam, they do ask detailing, because they assume the person who is doing program management is also expert in project management. So that way also the PMP certification doing first helpful, because it helps you in making your PGMP certification easy. If you have done your PMP certification, I would say you won't take more than 30-40 hours to prepare for PGMP certification if you are clear about the ideas which you have learned in your PMP space. So your preparation time related to a PGMP also changes based on how much fresh you are with your project management knowledge. Yes, PMP certification usually take more time, whereas a PGMP certification will take more money. That's there. But I would say they better go together rather than you try to choose one out of two. Definitely, the project management experience is foundation for both of these certifications. If you have any specific queries related to PMP or PGMP, feel free to put your comment in the video or send us an email. We assist in doing both the certifications for our professionals who can advance their career using these kind of education.